Hi folks, got a great exercise here to show you to improve your iron play. So let me just get set up and I'll see you in 2 secs. Okay, welcome back inside everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett and we've got Trev walking around here somewhere. Welcome to the academy here at Chestfield. So got a great exercise if you want to improve your iron shots. Not just your iron shots actually, everything, especially the stuff we hit off the floor. So that's going to be, obviously apart from our tee shots, a majority of our shots playing golf. And it's difficult off the floor because obviously we get different lies, but there are certain fundamentals that we need to strike this ball first. If you have any trouble with your striking and fatting or thinning the ball, this is a great exercise for you. And I'm going to show you here. You can see I'm set up close to this screen, and then I'm going to show you how to transfer this feeling onto a full shot in the second half of this video. Right, so this exercise, like you saw the thumbnail and the title, is called Butt the Wall. So when you think about trying to hit the ball off the ground, what you're trying to not to do is try and lift it up in the air. And you see a lot of videos, if you're a YouTuber and you would like to search how to play golf, you see a lot of coaches telling you not to hit up. But what is a good exercise that we can give you to try and make sure you make contact with this ball first? This is a great one. Normal posture, I've got a 7 iron here, so you can do that. You want to come away from the wall a little bit. The closer you are to the wall, the easier this drill is. But I'm going to say we've got maybe 10 inches, 6 inches away from the wall here. Ball in the middle stance, normal position. Okay, coil back. Now from here, what you're obviously trying to not do is early extend. So any of you early extenders, this is an absolute fantastic exercise. So what you're trying to do here is butt the wall. So you're going to keep your head still. There's going to be a little bit of lateral movement obviously to help this, and you're just feeding the butt of the club. If you're unsure what the butt of the club is, it's the bit where the top of your hand is. So it's the end of the golf club, this side. And you're just trying to butt the wall. Now you're probably going to have to lean a little bit with your head, but you don't want to lean this side with your shoulders and your head into the ball. You want to do the majority of your weight shift with your legs. You kick forward and butt. And you can see from the behind view, I've got a massive gap between my elbows. Just check if I have. There we go. Now obviously from the front view, that is exaggerated, because if I actually hit a ball that way and I release, I'm going to come over the top of it. But guarantee when the ball's there and we strike it, it won't happen. So we're butting the wall nice and steady, keeping our balance. Obviously our weight shift goes over to our left foot and we're keeping the club up in the air. If we're butting the wall, we're keeping the club up in the air. Exaggeration. You might need to kind of loosen up these wrists a little bit, so make sure they're not stiff. Apologise for that sniffing. Let me just blow my nose. This time of year, folks, sorry, spit snivels. Okay, so remember, the closer you are to the wall, the easier this is. So you're butting the wall. We're not allowing this club to come in like that way. So it's a great exercise to warm you up, and you're really going to feel this right arm and this right elbow in front of you, because you're going to have to. Delivering this butt into the wall, you can hold it for a little bit. You can see my foot's up in the air, because I'm not going to be able to do it if I stay back. So a nice small kick in. You don't have to twist. I'm not after twisting here. You'll be able to see from the behind view, I'm keeping to be able to butt this club into the wall, I'm going to have to be much more leading with my left arm. My right arm still under. And obviously that is exaggeration. But if you're an over the topper, this is an absolute fantastic exercise. Remember, repetition is the mother of skill, everyone. And these little exercises is an absolute fantastic way to increase your striking, your speed, compression. You can imagine a version of this hitting the ball, whew, gives you that compression, gives you that natural speed down the bottom. Remember, hitting it further isn't about hitting it harder. Club head speed comes from compression. Compression is the angle coming down into the ball, making sure you're hitting that ball first. Just like you see the top pros on telly, they're hitting that ball turf and the divot comes after. This is a great exercise to be able to achieve that. So off we go. Here we go. Keep moving. Keep moving. One little tip to help you if you're struggling with that, because what you're going to need to achieve to be able to butt this wall is an angle. You can see there's a 90-degree pretty much angle between my left arm and the club shaft. If you're struggling for that and you haven't got that, just watch your left. So basically your top hand needs to be on the strong side. If it's weak and it's over towards the target side, you're going to struggle creating that angle. So keep it nice and top hand, you'd rather it's strong, which means over to the right as you look down, the left as the camera looks, okay? Just to give you a little word of warning there. If you're struggling to be able to create that, just feel like your hand's a little bit more around the club, and that'll be easier for you to create this hinging on the way back. Here we go, right, okay, so let's see what we can do when we transfer this feeling over to a golf ball. Because obviously we need to try and hit the golf ball doing this. You can't go around having a screen or a wall in front of you. So you just need to transfer this feeling over to a ball. So let's get on the mat. How can we transfer the feeling I've just shown you into the wall with a golf ball? So obviously if I try and recreate what we were doing against the wall, it's going to look something like this. And that's what you need to try and feel with the golf ball there. Remember, we're trying to keep our head as still as we can. There's probably going to be a little bit of lateral movement. But you're really feeling like you're pressing this butt as far into the wall and over to your left side as you can. You can see if you're ever suffering from any fat shots, trust me, you won't fat it doing this. Because this side, so the target side of the ball, is where you want the majority of you and the golf club. You don't want to be the majority impact behind the ball. So this is a great one to kind of really introduce a little bit of feeling. So let me try and get Trev away, because I don't want to hit him. He's a bit too close for comfort. Trev, come on, good boy. Good boy, stay there, stay there. Okay, so like anything, once any new feeling, we're trying to introduce it slowly for two reasons. You don't want to go out bullet a gate. You won't be aware of what's happening, and you might just be blink and you miss it. And we all know a golf swing's pretty quick, so you don't want to be hitting it too quickly because you won't have any feeling, and your body won't like it either. If you're going at it hard and you're trying new motion, just be careful, because then, like as we know, we're moving a lot of muscles during this golf swing. A lot of muscles are activated and moving. You just got to be careful. If you're moving new muscles and making sure that you're in different positions, your body's got to get used to that. So nice and gently. So let's feel. So remember, we're just going to feel. Remember, anything a little bit slower at the start. Nice and smooth. We're going to feel like we're going to get into this position. Trust me, when the club's going 50, 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, you won't be able to hold it. We've only got small wrists compared to the speed. So let's feel it. Really feel like, I think the overriding feeling I had with that shot is it makes you stay down and through into the shot longer. So if you have a problem with lifting up out of it and you feel like you're lifting up, this will be the opposite for you. Okay, a little practice swings I always recommend. So remember, to help with this butt feeling, a bit of kick in with the knee. If you stay back on your right side, you're probably going to spin out of it, and it's going to be very hard to achieve what we're trying to achieve. Really exaggerate, my elbow's still touching my jumper here, it's not away from me. There we go. Okay, nice and smooth, 50%. That felt really laggy. That's what you need to achieve. Remember, the top players in the world have this lag feeling. I always recommend going back into the posture. Good turn, twist, coil away from the ball, because that's going to help with this. Any wrongdoing on the backswing is going to be difficult to achieve this. So remember, always reverse everything back. Everything's a domino effect. The better you can get this backswing, the easier it is to drop into this feeling. Remember, a golf swing, you need that little lag. That's why you have a nice room for these arms. At the top of the backswing, you have nice room to allow your arms to drop in this slot. Okay, let's really imagine that we've got this wall ahead of us. We're going to really feel like our butt's ahead of it. Oh, that was late. That was really late. Okay, more than we think. Remember, the quicker you swing, the harder it is to hold this angle. So remember, I don't think, if you're especially an early extender and a scooper and lift and over the top, you're not going to struggle to do this too much. So nice and smooth, head still. You're doing it with your hands and arms. Oh, that felt good. Whew, you can't do this enough. Remember, sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. So remember, we've only got small risk compared to the speed this thing's going. So it's going to be very difficult to over-exaggerate this at speed. Easier to exaggerate it slower. So let's see if we can do one kind of 10% here. So we're really going to feel like we're in motion. And we're really going to feel it while we're in motion. Speed does that. Or in this case, lack of it. Okay, let's really slow it down. Really push yourself. Remember, impact is the only place that matters when that club makes contact with the ball. I go on about getting in good positions. That's really going to help you with this domino effect. But as you can see, the golf on TV, you've got weird and wonderful backswings. Everyone's in a different position. Jon Rahm compared to Rory McIlroy, compared to, I don't know, Tiger Woods. Everyone, Hogan back in the day. Everyone's different. We're all trying to deliver this club back to the ball as simple and effective and as quick and the better angle of attack. This, with the ball being off the floor, is fantastic for pitching, iron play. Remember, the longer we get, the more kind of shallow and sweepy. But for this, still the same feelings really with any club in the bag. But obviously with the ball being off the floor, we need to be in this position more. So when we release it, the club is still higher when we make contact, because that's what you need to do. You need the club to be coming down still, naturally, whilst the ball's there, and then the divot after. And to achieve that, you need to delay this angle, this lag. Pew! You can't have this club too low too early. And this exercise, if you just do a little bit every day, it's like anything. All these exercises that I give you are just here for you to improve 1% every day. And then after a few weeks and days and hours, by the summer, you'll be absolutely ripping it. It's not about, very hard to change a needle very quickly. Very, very hard to change it very quickly. But if you just keep introducing these really, really effective ingredients, you'll have a great chance to have an effective, repeatable swing. And having a shot that's able to hit a shot that's off the ground with that compression will go a long way for your confidence, and you'll be able to see when you get compression, when you get natural speed, you'll be able to hit it a long way without you trying, and that's the key. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that video. So always go back, practice with a purpose. Going to the range and having a purpose while you're there is fantastic, without just standing there and whacking drivers to your heart's content, which obviously has its place every now and again. But if you want to improve your mechanics, this is a great start. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that video. From myself and Trev, if you want to leave a comment as much as you can, and on anything, not just on this video, on any videos you'd like to see, please give a like, please subscribe, please share. I think someone just said, oh, if you can share it, it'd be even better. Get the word about. Hopefully the old sun's going to come out. We're pretty much in springtime here in the UK, so it doesn't feel like it, trust me. But anyway, when the sun comes out, I'll be outside as soon as possible. So I look forward to seeing you then. Okay, from myself and Trev, we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Thanks for stopping by. Cheerio.